Hey, my lovely Willow Vibes Tribe members. Losing my voice for some reason. It's like someone's throat chakra is either opening or they're having a hard time saying something. But regardless of that, I did do a love reading thing. There's part 1, part 2, and I gotta do part 3 because I'm telling you, this shit just keeps shutting off. I haven't uploaded it, but I wanted them all done before I upload it, basically. So I don't really know why, because usually I'll just do it and then, it plays out as is. But I just heard it's the ugly truth, but not the love situation. It's not the ugly truth. Whew. I thought I was gonna sneeze. Anyway. It's like when I talk about certain things, I sneeze. Oh, the ugly truth, because there's karmics and bullshit in that situation. Like that, it's the hang up. Because it's weird. I used all 3 decks. I started with the labyrinth, so that's the illusion, the problem, like what started it all, I guess. And then there's the love situation with the Tarot Grand Lux, which is the new situation coming up between you and your love interest, basically. And I was like, oh, and then I'm going to clarify with the villains. Well, I didn't clarify anything except for upcoming. And I said, we're going to add some villains in here. So there's some villains in the situation, which is why I want to finish it. I started it, like I said, and it shut off. I don't remember what part. I'm going to have to rewatch it, but whatever. I don't really care. That's not why I sat down. So, I had a dream, just like Martin Luther King. Not really. My dream was not like his, just saying. Well, my dreams, my personal dreams and goals are very similar because I want to help everyone. I want just peaceful, I want people to get along, basically, but whatever. Who cares about that right this second? So the first dream I had, I think, I don't know, I had a few of them. I had a lot, I was tossing and turning again with different dreams and shit, but there's 2 that I remember, again, which I didn't even upload the other dream sequence that you can't see me. It was just, I left the camera covered and was talking. But I might, I don't know, I haven't decided. Because I don't know the significance of that one yet. Which I don't know why it matters, because I normally don't know the significance before I upload. Or maybe there is a significance to it. I'll have to re-listen. But anyways, yeah, that just flashed at me. So, I'll start with the one that's like most prominent in my head. I was outside of an apartment building, and it was my apartment building, and there was like a window up above me, basically. And I, when you look at an apartment, you're like, that's my window, basically. That's what it was. And it had like a white windowsill. It looked kind of new, actually, in the dream, but nothing else really looked new. It was just one new window. One new window. So, don't sneeze. Cut it out. Just get the fuck out of here, please. Cut it out. Get the fuck out of here. Anyways, I was sitting outside below my window having a cigarette. And I was staring at, I think it was a chicken coop. I'm not really sure. It was just a small one, where some people have a couple chickens or whatever. It wasn't much. And I was just staring at it, smoking, doing whatever. And then I got up and started walking down the road, because there was like the apartment building, the road, and there was a building over here. So I was walking around the other building, basically, to get to a main road. It reminded me of the town I lived in when my kids were little. But yeah, because it actually seemed like it was the old apartment when my son was a baby. We used to live on Elm Street, and I think it was 7 Elm Street, the number 7. Huh. And I drew a picture in my book it looked like Freddy Krueger's hand, and I was like, oh, the Nightmare on Elm Street. I don't know. My bed used to shake in that place, just saying. Not really sure what the nightmare is there, but anyway, it could just be history, past crap. But yeah, I used to sit outside on the steps and smoke a cigarette out there. Nobody yelled down to me though from that place because the apartment was like each apartment, there was 3 of them, and each apartment was 2 floors. So like anyone above that would be my place, and then there's one in the middle and one on the other end. But anyways, I don't know. That's interesting. But so it's kind of what it was, because it reminded me of the bank, the building that I walked around. It reminded me of, I think it was TD Bank North, which was legit right near this apartment building. And the road that I'm seeing, the way that I walked, is kind of what it looked like. Anyways, I don't know what that significant is. It popped in my head. I was like, holy shit, yeah, that is what that was. But I didn't see it that way before. So I walked around, and I'm around the other building. As I'm walking, I hear my daughter screaming out the window. She's yelling at me, trying to talk to me, and I'm like, what? Like, I could barely hear. I'm like, I can't hear you. What are you saying? I can't make out what you're saying. Hold on, I can't hear you. That's basically what I said. And I walked back closer to the apartment, and I'm like, what the hell what are you trying to say? I can't understand you. I can't understand the words that are coming out of your mouth. Like, I walked away too much. Like, I was too far away, basically. Can't understand you. So she's had the window open, and she's screaming down, going, Mom, the lamb's dead. They killed it. The lamb is dead. And I'm like, what? And I look down on the ground, and there, sure shit, there was a lamb with no head and blood everywhere. And I was like, huh, well, that sucks. That's what I said. Oh, well, that sucks. And I heard, it's just like leading a lamb to slaughter. You know, like, it's making me think of Lamb of God, not the fucking band, but, you know, we're all God's children, basically. But leading a lamb, a baby, to slaughter, a child to slaughter, is fucking easy. They don't understand what they're doing, so it's like, there could be a sense of corruption here. I did say that there were innocent children involved in a situation, so it's like, they don't understand what they're doing, so it's not a big deal, something like that. We can manipulate them, or there's someone who's very vulnerable, even if they're not a child, who is easily manipulated. Because there is a manipulative see you next Tuesday in a situation, just saying. So it could even be an adult. Addicts are easily manipulated too, just saying. Especially if they got that, you know, if they're deep in whatever. But regardless, the lamb was dead there in the dream, and I was like, oh no. So I walked around, and I told her it was okay. I'm like, close your window, you know. I was like, I don't know what to do here, you know. I walked around the other building, and I saw my kid's father walking too, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, there's a lamb over there that just got killed or whatever, and Emma's screaming about it, yelling out the window and whatever. And I was like, I was just sitting there. Like, I was just sitting there having a cigarette, and that predator was watching the whole time. I was just sitting there, and the predator was watching. I'm like, that's a scary fucking thought. That's what I said in the dream. And he's like, yeah, that was pretty scary. That was it. I'm like, okay. So the other dream that I had was I was in my mom's apartment. She doesn't have an apartment. And the people in my dreams can represent other people. It doesn't mean it's my mother or anything. Just like with, my kid's father walking, doesn't mean that it was him. It just could be a father, someone who has children that's just like not really paying attention to a bad situation, not caring, or they're part of it. You know what I mean? It could be something like that. Which usually I decipher my dreams after the fact, because if if bad people are watching, I'm not going to say exactly what my fucking dream means. If you understand it, you understand it. If you don't, guess it's not for you. But my dreams do represent other situations with other people too, so be aware. Like I said, just not the people, because dreams are weird like that. They just are. Because a lot of times I'm not even me in the dream. Because, yeah, in this dream, I was technically somebody else. I was representing someone else, and I was following me. So someone was following me or listening to me, but not in a bad way, at least in part of it. So anyways, I'm in this apartment, and it's my mom and her boyfriend's apartment, and it's Thanksgiving. And I don't know, she's cooking the turkey, all kinds of crap, whatever. You know, Thanksgiving shit. And I was looking around, and I was like, you didn't make the green bean casserole. And she's like, oh no, if you want to make it, you can, because it's really quick to put together. And I'm like, yeah, I can help you with that. So I went to go do that, but I started putting, I don't know if they were yams or squash or what. So I was putting that in water first, because I was thinking I need to do the green bean casserole, but what the fuck is this shit? You know, I was making something completely different. And I don't even think I ever made the casserole, just saying. But anyways, I'm putting stuff in the pot. It just looked like yams or sweet potatoes or something. And I'm like looking around, I'm like, you didn't even make potatoes. And she's like, she sat down, she goes, you know, I don't even care. I don't, what did she say? I don't even care. I'm sick of making, oh, no, that's not what I said. It's not what was it? Because my mom said, you try making everything every year. Like, it gets tiring. Oh, because she said she was tired. Like, oh, I'm sick of doing this already. You know, like, I did enough. Who cares? You know, we'll eat whatever. But and that's what I said to my mom was, you try doing it every year. Like, it gets tiring when you do it all by yourself. Nobody helps. No one brings anything. Whatever. Is what I said in the dream. And she got mad at me about it. And she's like, well, I used to or something. And I'm like, I'm not saying that you didn't. I'm just saying, you know, I understand, basically. Because I didn't sound rude when I said it to her in the dream. But she took it the wrong way, ultimately. Which people do that all the time. So this person got a little pissed. But anyways, I was like, who's making the potatoes? And she goes, oh, Emma can. So my daughter. But my daughter didn't. I did, so maybe I was representing my daughter. I'm not really sure. In the dream, and hell, I could be, you know, my mom in the dream could be me. Who knows? But her boyfriend was around, but I didn't see him. So I don't know, it could be somebody completely different, but whatever. I knew he was there, I could hear him, but I didn't see him. He was just kind of around, you know? And he was in black, too. Like, even though I didn't see him, I knew he was wearing black. Like, black clothing. It was incognito. But anywho, I had to boil the potatoes, and I boiled the yam things or whatever, and they were all the stovetop things were portable hot plates. Like, it wasn't a real stove, and you had to get them up to temperature or whatever. So I got one ready over there. I had one going in the corner with the squash and crap or whatever. And I sat down at the kitchen table, and there was another hot plate. And this one I had to take the plastic off. I was like, I had to take it out of the box and get it all situated. It almost looked like a fucking scale, I'm just saying. Like, it legit looked like a scale. Like, you take the scale out of the box and set it up. Well, I was like, okay, so how high does this fucker go? You know, because I needed a certain temperature to get the water boiling for the potatoes. Hot potato, hot potato. You know what I mean? And it's weird because the pots that the food was in, they were glass. And I could see all the bubbles and the potatoes. So I could see everything, what was going on. I was looking at it like, oh, you can see it cooking, you know? So maybe someone's cooking crack, just saying. They're cooking rock. Not necessarily, but that's what it reminded me of when I was, like, reciting it to myself. And so I'm, like, pushing the button up. Like, all right, like, how high does this fucker go? I needed it at, like, 400, so 4.00, whatever. Because that's what it showed up as. It didn't show up as 400. It showed up as if a scale, like, you know, I don't know, 4.00. But that's not how with a number. It was 3.76 was as high as it would go, And I'm like, well, that's close enough. It's just going to take, what I say? I'm like, that'll have to do. It's good enough for now. That'll have to do. It's good enough for now. It'll just take a little longer for it to cook, is what I said. Which does sound kind of druggy, just saying. But, the potatoes are just going to take a hot minute to fucking cook. And I set them on the fucking thing, and I walked away. And then I was sitting in a chair, like a recliner. I don't know if I was watching TV or what, but it's like I'm in a chair and there's a doorway to the apartment, like diagonal to me. And I think I was staring at a fucking shelf, to be honest. I don't really know. Maybe there's a TV on there and I just don't remember, But I'm sitting there, and then, oh yeah, because I looked up on the shelf and I saw a sequence of letters, like O, 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 A, and I'm just like, I started circling A, triple A, which, I mean, and that could be like Alcoholics Anonymous and stuff, like AA, but there was 3 of them. Triple A, which is like what you have when your car breaks down or whatever. Some people, I don't know how different countries and stuff work, but around here, that's what that is. And I'm like, AAA. And then, for some reason, it popped in my head, in the dream, a credit card, because my mom had let me use her credit card. I talked about this a while ago. And, like when I needed groceries or shit or whatever. And it had AAA on it, like it was a AAA card, I guess. That one's long gone, but I had said in another reading that, once I'm good, I planned on paying all that back and stuff. I don't know. It just seemed, I don't know why. Maybe I said that because of a dream too. No, I didn't, because I really mean it. Like I would totally, trust me, my mom would be taken care of. But anyways, second I have, I'm able to, you know what I mean? She's helped me a lot. Financially. Maybe I'm a financial burden to somebody. Might not be her, it could be representing somebody else, like I said. But anyways, that card popped in my head. I'm just sitting in a chair and I'm like, oh, that credit card. And I was like, why am I thinking of that? I was just there by myself. And then my mom walked through the door with, I don't know what the fuck it was. It's either a bill, a piece of paper, or the card. I'm not really sure. I think it was a bill or something. And she's like, what the hell is this? I don't remember exactly what she said, but she wasn't happy about whatever was on the paper. And it had something to do with the AAA thing, like the card or whatever. And what did I say to her? I said, I knew you were going to say something like that to me. Because I was just sitting here, and it popped in my head, and then you came in and did it or said it. There's a premonition. It's like, I knew this was coming, kind of thing. Like, so it could be something completely different, like that's just an easier way for my brain or spirit to show me, like, oh, the premonition's like what you're saying, what pops into your head actually does happen, kind of thing. Especially when you're tapped in. And then, for some fucking reason, I don't know, I was out of the apartment, and this happened twice. And the fire escapes and shit in cities with the big tall buildings, how they got the stairs that just go all the way up to the fucking, I was gonna say up to the ceiling. They have the stairs that go all the way up to the roof, so people can get out of the burning building or whatever. Well, I was following someone in my old pink bathrobe. It's funny, it was Phoebe from Friends, because I was like, who was I following? And I always say, like, I am Phoebe. I used to be Monica, but I'm not uptight no more. I'm more fun, free, and loving. But anyways, Phoebe was the spiritual one, which is probably why I was following her, but the pink bathrobe was mine. I actually just packed it up to get rid of it, because I'm like, don't need this fucker anymore. It's just old. Outdated, got rid of a bunch of clothes. But anyways, so I was following her up the stairs. I was fine. I'm holding on. At first, I was like, how high are we going? Like, we don't need to go very high. Like, I'm okay down here. And I told Phoebe, I'm like, I'm afraid of heights. You know, I ain't going all the way to the top. You freaking crazy. I've had another dream with stairs and ascension. That's what it represents, is the ascension process. I'm like, I ain't going up there. It's fucking terrifying. And she's like, no, it'll be okay. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. It's okay. And I'm like, I don't think it's going to be okay. Because the higher I go, the harder I'll fucking fall. Like, I don't know, don't like it. So I'm holding on to the railing, but as I'm bitching the whole way up. And I'm climbing, because I think me in the dream was somebody else, like I said. So I could have been leading the way for somebody, or maybe someone's leading the way for me, a different spiritualist or something, but, or it's just two different people that have nothing to do with me. But I'm just like, this is bullshit. I can't fucking believe this, you know, like, but as I'm bitching, I'm not really paying attention, so I am ascending. I'm still climbing. I'm still following her. I'm still following her. Why am I still following you, Phoebe? You know, why am I still listening to you? And then all of a sudden we're at the top, and she said something, and it scared me, like, oh, we're at the top. And I'm like, what? And I remember like hugging the stairs, like, and my heart's going, and I was like, I can't go. And she's like, you're already here. You're already at the top. Oh, just like a couple more steps and you'll be right here. And I'm like, I can't. It was almost like I just like froze. I'm like, I can't do it. And then she's like, yes, you can. And she reached her hand down, and I'm like, what if I fall? What if I fall? I don't have a harness. I don't have nothing. And I'm like losing my shit. She's like, you're not going to fall. Just hold on. So I did, and I made it to the top, and I was like, holy shit, I did it. And then it happened again. I like made it to the top, and then I was like, okay, now we're back at the fucking bottom. I don't know, some other crap happened. And then I'm back at the bottom, and this time I wasn't as scared climbing, like following her. I'm just like, yep, all right, let's go. I'm just following you. I'm going up. And then I remembered, I'm like, wait, this building's really fucking tall. And I was like, I don't like heights. Like, why am I doing this again, you know? Why am I doing this to myself, basically? But I wasn't as scared. I wasn't as resistant. I kept walking, even though I'm going, you know, I can't believe I'm doing this again, basically. So I get almost to the top again, and I get that panic feeling, but then it suddenly went away. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm realizing that I'm really up high. Like, I've ascended to a fucking major level, you know, or I made it to the top. I'm almost there. Because I kept singing the song, like, in Waking Life, We're Halfway There by Bon Jovi. Well, I was more than halfway there, I'm just saying. And I stopped for just a second. And I'm like, okay, I can do this, because I did it before. And then I went up, and I was fine. And I don't know what happened after that. I had some other fucked up dreams. Oh, one of them, like, I woke up, I totally freaking forgot about this. I didn't forget, but I probably pushed it away. Like, we're not gonna think about that, you know what I mean? I don't know, I don't want to talk about that. Yeah, I'm not talking about that one right now. No. Okay, so, yeah. Okay, we're done with that. But anyways, I'm not talking about the other thing. I'll do it later or something. I don't like that one. That one gives me the creeps. Like, majorly, because it legit happened to me when I was younger. So, I was going through crap yesterday, and this is, look how ancient that is. Well, it's only 2003, but still, it's my exit portfolio for, you know, when I graduated high school and stuff. And my little tabs say, how I work, personal involvement, the understandable me, by myself, and examples. It's almost like what I'm doing. But I had the understandable me, I believe. I had to write an essay, and it's called Changed Life. I wrote it 1/22/01. So I could be flipping around. It's almost like January 1st of this year, 22. But it's January 22nd, 2001. Anyways, I'm not reading it. I'm just reading the conclusion because this is the shit that I say all the time. And it's like I've said this since I was a fucking teenager. And I didn't even realize it because I write stuff all the time. Why is that standing out to me? He didn't always realize that he was doing it, though. I couldn't handle all the responsibility and was going crazy. I know what that was about, but I'm not reading that part. So anyways, in conclusion, you can't change the past, but you can change your future. No matter how bad things get, they will always get better. All you have to do is focus on the good things in life. That's the real secret of life. For some people, it takes a lifetime to figure out. Don't let yourself be one of those people. I wasn't. I'm like, it's crazy looking back on the shit that I wrote when I was younger. Just saying. I don't know. Where the fuck is it? Was that personal involvement or how I work? Where the hell did it go? Oh, this was in the back. I put it in the back. It was the end. It was the end. It was the end. The end. Well, yeah, the conclusion. That's what I said. So, just live your best life and don't live in fear. I mean, I know that I talk about some creepy crap and whatever because I am picking up on some sadistic energy that is surrounding me and people I know and people I don't know, which is why I'm trying to, I just heard the cluster Bs, which there is somebody with that, that's just, I don't know, they're borderline personality disorder, they're a psychopath or something. There's a few narcs in here too, just saying. But anyways, yeah, I'm trying to break it down so it's situation to situation versus like a big cloud of information. I keep staring at that movie ticket, Pet Cemetery. Near-death experience. It could have been somebody who had a near-death experience. They could have passed away, was revived, but they came back from the wrong cemetery. You know what I mean? Because nothing good comes from that fucking cemetery, just saying. And the number 7 is highlighted. And then it says A6. And it makes me think at 6 for some reason. But that was like seat A, row 6 or something with this. At 4:10 p.m. I don't know. Something to do with the number 7. At 6. And I keep talking about 369, all those fucking numbers and shit. There's something like that to do with the situation. And today is the 10th. It's Monday. I don't know why I'm saying it is the 10th. Like it fucking matters. I don't even think I was talking about the 10th, but whatever. Oh, I was going to finish that other reading before, but I picked it up. I was going to finish that other reading, like I said, because the villains were coming in. I was going to finish that reading, but I picked it up. So maybe someone's going to get picked up. Who knows? There is a celebration here, though, which is good. That's friendly energy. So it's almost like something couldn't be finished, whether it was good or bad. Because someone got picked up. So hopefully it's a good pickup, you know what I mean? Oh, son of a... It looks... Well, whatever this is looks good, whether it's tied to it or not. We have the Star with the 8 of Wands and the Ace of Cups. There's conflict here, though. Somebody... Yeah, there's death, too. Sudden death. I keep hearing that. But this is also a transformation, a change. It's like foresight. What did I say? Hindsight's 20/20, but foresight's better. It's like learn from the past. Yes, history will repeat itself. So, what are the red flags? What are the warning signs within a situation? Not just spiritual. What are the warning signs? Yeah. Not just spiritual messages and stuff, which obviously that plays into foresight, but it's like, okay, what has happened? What has history shown so-and-so to do, to say? What were their actions? Blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter who the fuck it is in your life. If you're still cycling on the burning carousel from hell, the karmic cycle with somebody, those things will always come back around. They always do. For some reason, it's making me think of abuse, the cycle of abuse. Because abuse doesn't always have to be physical. It can be mental, emotional, make you feel fucking crazy and all that crap. It just depends on the abuser, the situation. You know what I mean? Because, some psychopaths are just like whap whap, or some of them want to, but I'm just saying, usually someone with antisocial personality disorder, which used to be sociopathy, bleh, whatever, it's not really a clinical term anymore, but people with that, because those people are created. Like a sociopath basically is created. They're made due to their environment, due to neglect, abuse, whatever. And it's just like they're turned ultimately. And sometimes they have a fine childhood, but then their teenage years they get into the wrong crowd and they do bad shit and they get conditioned and they become one. So they're made. A psychopath is born, and they got the wires across in their fucking brains. They basically lack empathy. So whenever there's the fight or flight or emotional response in normal people, quote unquote normal people, in the baseline, I guess you could say, that doesn't light up in their brains because they don't give a shit. Like, that's why they don't give a shit. It's like that part of their brain is shut down. It's in the dark. It's just like a toddler. Think of like a toddler, how when a toddler bites, they bite other people because they don't know that it hurts. It's like, I don't feel it, so whatever, I'll do whatever to you. And then if you bite them back, they go, oh, okay, that's what I did, and that hurts. I'm not going to do that no more. Someone with empathy would do that. A psychopath, they never understand, they never connect. It's like how you feel, physically, emotionally, whatever, doesn't affect me at all. I can say and do whatever I want to you because who cares? That's how they think. And narcissists, they don't really have empathy either, but they have an understanding of, my actions affect other people, and usually it's not guilt. They don't really feel much guilt. They feel shame. So it's like sometimes it can come across as, and psychopaths and sociopaths too, like they deal with the shame shit. Well, not psychopaths, they don't fucking care. Sociopaths, it depends. Usually they feel guilt and shame because they know right from wrong, basically, and they don't, because they were made, you know what I mean, they were created. But anyways, with narcissists and sociopaths, basically, like, it's not really guilt. They can pretend, like, it can come across that way, like, oh, I feel so bad that I did this or whatever and hurt so and so or whatever. No, they're upset that they got caught. And I heard that in these channel messages and stuff at one point when I was first starting, that said, because I saw somebody getting their face slammed into the ground, getting arrested, and I heard, I don't even care. It's like, I don't even care. What was it? I don't even care about what I did. I'm just pissed that I got caught. Which is what a psychopath would say, just saying. But anyways, I feel that in here. I don't know why I'm explaining that. But, the cycle of abuse. Because I was saying that, I said all that to say this, because narcissists and sociopaths or whatever, is it APSD? ASPD, antisocial personality disorder, ASPD. Anyways, or BPD, borderline personality disorder, the cluster Bs. That's why they have that, because there's so many different fucking ones. And anyways, the cycle of abuse, because narcs and sociopaths basically aren't, some narcissists are intelligent, because, like, all psychopaths are narcissistic, all sociopaths, well, not all, yeah, they pretty much are, but not all narcissists are psychopaths or sociopaths, you know what I mean? So it gets confusing with everything, but basically, we'll just say the cluster Bs, except for psychopaths, ultimately. There's a cycle that they do, especially if they get physically violent. And psychopaths can get physically violent too. So I'm not leaving them out, because they do, but they're more calculated. Like, there's certain groups of people where they'll do, like, all right, the honeymoon phase, the love bombing, everything's great. Oh, I'll change, whatever. And then the honeymoon phase fucking goes away, and then that's where the abuse starts, and, you know, whap, fuck you, whatever, you know, whatever they do, because it's different for everyone. And then it's like, oh, I'm so sorry, I never meant to fucking whatever to you, and did you just, you know, I'll change, I'll be better, I'll do whatever. And you just keep cycling back through, because, you know, victims get beaten down. They just do. And even if you're a strong ass bitch motherfucker, because this happens to men too, it's not just happening to women, just saying. It's like, it's hard to get out of that cycle, either because they've manipulated you to the point where you're just like, it's like Stockholm syndrome almost. I know that has to do with kidnappers and crap, but it's like it's similar in your brain. Like, what happens, it's a sense of brainwashing ultimately, so you believe what they say, and it's like, oh, he said he'd never do it again, I know he will, but I'll be stronger next time. He does it again and I'll leave. But then there's always something they hang over your head, and it's a fucking problem, and then these people die because it's too late, because they don't break the cycle ultimately. But with like a psychopath and stuff especially, even if they are violent, even if they have thoughts of fucking blowing your head off or choking you out or whatever, you know, because God only knows what's in their heads, just saying. It's not exactly pleasant. Yeah, they are intelligent. Most serial killers especially, but psychopaths, oh, well, a lot of serial killers are psychopaths, just saying. But not all psychopaths are murderers or serial killers. Like, they're either the CEOs of the world, you know, because they'll fuck anyone over to get to the top, like, I'll kick you down so I can get up here, those types. Or, you know, they're violent. But they're extremely intelligent, which is why they fly under the radar a lot of the times. So I said that there's a psychopath in this mix, and I feel like whoever's dealing with that psychopath, this person has not hit you. Maybe there's been a few, like, I just winked, like some altercations, like grabbing, or a lot of, I don't know, I feel like it's a mind fuck mostly, because I'm not going to jail for you. Like, I don't know. To me personally, I mean, because I've said this about people who do self-harm, and I did that when I was younger and shit. Physical pain is easier to heal, to deal with, than emotional pain, than mental pain, you know, because you go over shit over and over and over in your head. You feel it's like, oh, I can't get out of this, you know. It drives people insane. It really does. Sometimes, depending on the severity of whatever's going on, you know. So it would be easier to take a hit to the face or whatever. Like, oh, that will heal, whatever, I'll deal with that, versus what the hell's going on, you know, you know that. Psychopaths will do that because it's torture. And guess what? I never touched you. I didn't do anything. It wasn't me. It's all you. That's what they do. And that's happening in this situation for someone, which is probably why there's going to be a blow up, because I feel like the fuse has been lit, and it's like a pressure cooker. This motherfucker's the rice is blowing everywhere. Do you know what I mean? Speaking of rice, I gotta make some for the dog, to make more dog food. But anyways, yeah, someone could be healing from an altercation, so there could have been abuse in this situation. For some, but not all. I feel like I don't know why I did that. It's almost like shooting the flare gun, like, well, you only do it once, a flare gun, I believe, so it goes in the night sky, like, my car's over here, I'm over here, whatever, like if you're lost or something, or broke down. It's like shedding enlightenment on a problem, which I want to actually, yeah, we'll use the light seers ones. Oh, the dice. 5 is significant. Well, the fight is significant. The 5 of Wands is fucking significant. This is problem after problem after problem. Shedding light on a problem. When you shed light, be prepared to fight. Oh, that's what that is. The Star here. When you shed light, because she's open and vulnerable, he or she, And there's the light. When you shed light, be prepared to fight. Especially if you're dealing with these psycho people, just saying. And there is communication here about death or about a Scorpio. There could be a Scorpio involved, not necessarily, but this is Scorpionic energy. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius. There's Gemini and Libra in here too, even though there's really not much air. Aries, Leo, Sag, but I'm feeling Aries and Leo. Aries. Mainly Aries with that. I feel Aries here too. But this is fast forward movement, fast communication, but it's the enlightenment. You see, because the light is shining through. It's like I'm ahead of the problem. Yeah, it's foresight. The messages are ahead of the problem. So this is still here. It just hasn't happened yet. Because 5, 3. I keep talking about 3 too. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. So I keep saying, it's like 1, 2, 3, here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's back up. Oh, because the messages, the problem had to back up a few times. Well, I feel like we're moving forward now with good and bad. I don't know. But there's messages of love here as well. This is new love. This is self-love too. This is like, I ain't taking no shit. I don't give a fuck because I fucking love myself. And I'm going to go after my dreams. This is my opportunity, basically. So this is, it's not part 3. It's like the change. The change. Because we're not doing part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 4. This is the change. I just heard you're my wish. Somebody wants, part of the fight is I want to end the communication. I want to end the forward movement. You know, we're gonna stop this in its tracks, basically. It's what someone's thinking or feeling or whatever. Can I get one more under the Ace of Cups? The wheel. You can't stop the wheel from turning. That's divine intervention. Divine intervention is here. Could be someone from the past, or there's children involved in the situation anyways. But what the fuck? Why? Someone doesn't like me saying this stuff, just say it. Those other cups are kind of fading away in the background. But there's the Ace of Cups right here. Between the teddy bear and the stuffed bunny rabbit. I don't know, this person makes you feel youthful again. But you're moving out of the past, ultimately. You're moving out of the past towards new love. Could be twin flame, soulmate, whatever it is, but this is divinely orchestrated. This is like, ain't nobody gonna stop this, you know? I mean, yeah, death could stop it, but not really, because if you think about it, there's another lifetime. There's always, or people don't always die, you know? It's like, could be near-death crap, but whatever's meant to be for you will always be. This is part of somebody's destiny. It's part of their purpose. And people are trying to fuck that up. I just heard, nice try. Alright, this one's really long. Yeah, communication, there's enlightenment, there's a staircase. Somebody ascended even though they were terrified of doing so. Like, I'm scared of heights, I don't want to fucking deal with this. But they're dealing. They're dealing. They're doing it. They did it, is what I just heard. They did it. Alright, so what's up with the star and the fucking 5 of Wands? I don't know if that ain't it. It's like waiting for the other shoe to drop. Oh, that's what my Spud Pickle said, my Ghost Radar. I wrote down a bunch of crap. Oh, and it also said something about far. Why did that flash? Far away. No, article. No, far away article mistake. Dangerous mistake. Far away article. Dangerous mistake. I have 2 different articles that I've saved from my past. Of people I know who have been to jail for different reasons. One begins with a J and one begins with an M. Actually, one has JM in their name. Anyways, we have the 8 of Pentacles, the 7 of Wands, and the 2 of Swords. I don't know what to do here. I feel like you're very protected. Whoever this is in the fucking bubble of protection from the divine. Like, Ain't no one, like, your actions, your words, they can't touch me. Can't touch us. Nay, 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 nay. Someone can't touch your work either, and it's really pissing them off. It's like, you just keep fucking going. You're like the damn Energizer bunnies. Yeah, it's because you have, I don't know, it's like spirits recharging your batteries. It's probably why I take naps all the fucking time. Like, I'll just be like, oh, I'm really wide awake, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go to bed. It just happens like that. It's really weird. I know it could be, you know, energetic attacks too, doing that, like sucking my energy and then I go lay down kind of thing. That hasn't really been happening lately. Like, my schedule's a little fucked up, but it is what it is. But I feel like you're protected. Your work is protected. Your work is protecting you. Your work is protecting you. What you're doing. Especially if you're a healer or a spiritualist. The divine is protecting you. Don't stop your work because... Don't stop. Don't stop till you get enough. I don't know. Is that Michael Jackson? Even if it gets confusing, I just wink. Don't stop. Keep going forward. And it does get confusing because I'll sit there and go, what the shit is going on? Like, I know that I've had confirmation and I do believe in myself. I trust in in the information I'm getting and delivering and whatever. But sometimes I'm going, what the fuck? I don't know. But these are the crows. The crows are trying to confuse you. Okay. The bad ones are trying to confuse someone, either you or your love interest or whoever. Like, they're trying to tangle her ass up in this web of bullshit and the web of lies. It's like, oh, you're blind. But they're trying to blind you with bullshit, ultimately. But you're protected from that because of your work. Or your person's protected from that and they're starting to see because of your work or because of whatever the divine is doing, basically. It's pissing people off. But ultimately, there's a balance here. This person's like, you can say and do whatever you want. You can tangle me up in your web of bullshit, but I'm turning a blind eye to the bullshit because I see clearly when my eyes are closed. So it's almost like for you and your person, or for people in the situation, the good ones ultimately, when you're awake, when you're around people, when you're around their energy, the things that they say, they do, whatever, it's like, But when you lay down and close your eyes, or just sit there, whatever, when you close your eyes, you see. You see the truth. You see the person. You see me. You see the person you want. You see things clearly when you go, shut the fuck up. Because the answers are within. So some of this battle, even though there's a legit problem here, some of this battle is fighting off fear, fighting off rumors, people, you know, just someone wants to end the struggle, basically. Like, this fucking blows, you know. I'm sick of going back and forth. I need to know. So somebody might want to come in and either provide clarity or deliver clarity, because there's communication here, just so you know. Alright, so what is this Eight of Wands and Death? Someone's really trying to stop forward movement. It's probably why my car's dead. Just saying, that could be happening to other people as well. But regardless of that, there is a Scorpio here who is pure. They're not painting the roses red. Maybe somebody, maybe somebody figured that out, like, okay, yeah. This person isn't full of crap. Well, there's a relationship here. It has to do with stability. Someone could be coming to your home, or there's a home situation that's ending or ended, and that's the communication that's coming in. Like, I left so-and-so, or this home situation went to shit right quick. It ended, because it's not always a literal death. But there is somebody dying, and there's news of a family member dying, or someone within a family. There's news of a death. I'm just going to put it that way, no matter who it is to you. But I feel like with the Four of Wands, it has something to do with someone's family. So it's either a spouse, a child, a grandparent, a mother, father, whatever. I don't know. There's someone's getting quick news of someone's death. But I also feel like there's a family member who's already crossed over, who's communicated with somebody. Yeah, there's quick communication about a death in a family. Could be a King of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but even if this person doesn't pass away, this person could be getting the news as well. You know, it just depends on your situation. But there is a death here. I've been talking about it for a while. There's a father figure who's passing away, but I also feel there's other deaths around, just saying, because there's a mother here too. There's a mother here. But that could be someone's grandmother too. You know, I don't know. Like, I'm not getting much information on who is who and if they're in the same family. Do you know what I mean? So when that information's important or the details come out, they'll come out, because that's happened to me before where I've gotten information. Like, for example, my kid's father's grandmother who passed away. Whenever she comes through, I get breathing issues. And yeah, starting now, so she must be here trying to say that I get breathing issues, and sometimes it gets really bad, especially when I'm not paying attention. I didn't realize that was her. I mean, some of the coughs and other shit is not her. It's like someone's legit dealing with that. Um, it just depends on the information I'm saying is from who it's with. And I just heard you'll see me in your head now. So I wasn't seeing the people in my mind's eye initially, but that's going to start coming into focus more, because I think I ascended a staircase. Just saying, I'm on the rooftop. He said, yes, yes, you are. I'm like waiting for the helicopter. Come on, let's go. Get me out of here. The zombies are surrounded. Probably, yeah. The 10 of Wands, the zombies are surrounded. Get me the fuck out of this place. But anyways, yeah, like when she comes through, she died, she had emphysema, and she basically stopped breathing. That's how she passed. And I was not putting two and two together with that one. So, why was I talking about her? Oh, like when I figure out who's going to pass, because there's death here. There's news of a death. And it is going to be upsetting to somebody. Obviously, if it's in your family, that's never easy. But there is a family situation as well that's just ending. Like, it's a relationship, it's an outdated cycle, karmic cycle, whatever, because communication is coming in really fast, and it's just like, you know, I almost feel like someone's just sitting here meditating, doing what they need to do, centering themselves, you know, gaining enlightenment, and trying to keep their emotions on an even keel so the water doesn't get fucking choppy. Because I do feel like, especially if there's a water side in the situation, sometimes the emotions can go like, whoa, shit, you know? Someone's emotions are going, whoa, shit, and they need to mellow, especially if they're a Cancerian or a Pisces. I know Scorpios can do that too, but I'm not feeling that with this energy specifically. I mean, that could be the case for some of y'all, but I'm feeling more Cancerian, Piscean energy. Somebody might be upset because I can't touch this. Nah. I don't know. But he just looks kind of calm, cool, and collected. Like, there's enlightenment here. And it's just like he's like dipping his finger in the bowl, which is like a song bowl. It's those healing ones with a doom. I want to get one of them. But anyways, it looks like there's sound radiating from it through the water. So it's energy. It's like your energy is rippling through. It's getting out there. It's like Wi-Fi. Your spiritual energy, your energy is getting to your love interest. It's getting to your person. It's getting to the masses. It's spreading. You got full fucking bars. Because you're tapped in. Someone's tapped in. I almost feel like this could be a female and her masculine energy. Or, you know, could be a man, actually. It just depends on who this is. But I'm feeling like this is like... I don't know. It's like, well, you're meditating. Someone's rushing in. I don't know. Someone sees something coming is what I feel. All right. This is what they see coming. Because there's your soulmate, twin flame, whatever you want to call it. Your Two of Cups. Your Two of Cups, your Ace of Cups turned into the Two of Cups, which is great. It's new love. It's a soulmate connection. It's like, I got you. I got this. There's your fucking rainbow. It's like we're very similar. I thought you were too fancy pants for me. I was just fucking, I don't know. I was not the pretty wine glass, basically. I was just a bucket cup, ultimately. I don't know. I was just a bucket. But they're not. You guys have switched gears. It's like, no, we're the gold bowls, ultimately. So your Ace of Cups, your new beginning, is turning into the Three of Cups, which is celebration. So it's also falling in love with your best friend, or just being really happy that shit's finally fucking working out. Do you know what I mean? it's happening really, really quickly with somebody who was acting aloof or like a doof. I don't know. They seemed very confused, but they knew exactly what they wanted, because in this card, in the Seven of Cups, he's reaching for one cup. He knows which one he wants, but he's like, eh. Like, should I ascend the staircase? I'm afraid of heights. You know, that type of thing. That type of shit. That type of thing. Maybe someone says thing and someone says shit. Shit. Queen of Cups, counterparts. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It's like, look, I'm picking up what you're putting down. Wi-Fi. I'm picking up on it. They don't even have to be water signs. It's just that watery energy. There's a lot of love here. It's like, because the King of Cups hides his emotions. You know, he's got a lot of love to give, but he don't wear his heart on his sleeve. You know, it's like, I'm just gonna a little bit or not at all, basically, because I do feel like the standoff is ending because someone has a lot to say. And the Queen of Cups is sitting in the water. Like, he's kind of on the surface. She's like sitting in it going, this is how we do it. I don't know why that came up like that, but he's picking up on her energy, or she is, something like that. There's telepathic communication here. Like I said, no matter what your sun sign is. The Emperor's picking up on something too. Checkmate. It's your move. Maybe that's what the Queen of Cups is saying. It's like, it's your move. It's your move. There are also other energies within this situation who are picking up on this energy as well, like other people. So it's like you're connected to your twin flame and quite a few, like, there's a few soulmates. There's some of the soulmates are karmics, which is like, it sucks that you're connected to them, but you're connected for a reason, because there's, I don't know, those cords will get cut once things get resolved, whatever that means for you, because it's different for everyone. But yeah, the Seven of Swords, once the sneaky bullshit's gone, those cords will be cut with the karmic situations. I feel like you're tethered to them for information. Someone's got a knife too. That's their weapon of choice. Maybe because they can't get a gun. Who knows? I don't know, but it's like the sunshine is illuminating, the stars too, is illuminating the moon, the dark sky. Feathers are significant in this situation. Where did I find this one? It's weird because there's a little bit of white down here. This person is not fucking pure, I'm just saying. They're a crow or whatever. Because the other feather I found was all white except for the tip. And it's like pretending to be in the dark, but they're not. And there's someone who really is in the fucking dark, just saying. What is this? Death and a rebirth. One feather is a rebirth and one feather's death. Where did I find this one? Oh, I found it in front of the little lady's house. The one I talk about. I don't know. That's weird. I don't know what that's all about, but whatever. So yeah, feathers are significant. I don't know. There's a crow. There's a couple of them that are like freaking out. They're fucking losing their shit. I just heard the crows are talking to you, like the real ones, the birds. They're speaking to you, which actually happened. They're speaking to you, which is why, this is why I'm tethered to the shit ones right now, just saying. But like I said, that cord will be cut, and anyone who is tethered to that energy, light workers, readers, whatever, it's going to be subsiding soon, because the shit is going to hit the fan. And shit's still going to happen, but certain outcomes are going to be different, because certain lives could be saved, basically. I'm going to say could be because the future's still untold. Just because we have foresight, you have to take action, you know? There's a new beginning. You have to plant the seed. You have to bring it into reality. You can't just, you know, go, oh, I have all this information, I'm going to sit on it forever and then wait for something bad to happen and then take action. Because if you do that, that's where regret comes in. you know? No matter what it is, it could be anything. You know, it could just be somebody walking away from your ass. But this energy will subside, like I said, once these motherfuckers can't hide no more, just saying. They're leaving a trail, like a trail of breadcrumbs. But I was saying the crows do talk to you. The song "Come Join the Murder," I keep talking about it, listen to it. It's not just about murder, because that's what a group of crows is called. I've said this before. And I saw a 5, the number 5. 5. I'm a gambling man. Someone's gonna gamble, take a risk. I don't know if this is the time, 5 o'clock, but I'm a gambling man. Oogie Boogie's a gambling man too, just saying, the devil. So this person, there could be somebody who like gambles their money away, or someone's gonna take a chance is what I'm feeling, or take a risk because of this situation. But besides that, outside my window, I saw a crow fly in, and then a couple more. There's 5 of them total. They all congregated together in one spot, and I'm just watching. I'm like, what the shit? And then all of a sudden, one went over here, and then one went across the street, and then one went on a light. Like, they were dispersing and surrounding my house, and I'm like, it's almost like these motherfuckers are going, you go over there, you go over there, and then we'll come in from all sides, basically. That's what the crows were showing me. I'm like, access fucking denied, basically. That's what the crows showed me. So I don't know if that's coming up, but they represent these sneaky motherfuckers. Just saying, there's theft in here too, so this could be like a break-in gone wrong, or that's what it's made to look like. That's what it's made to look like, or that's what it will be made to look like, at least in certain situations, because there really is robberies going on that aren't, like, where these people aren't going to kill anyone. But like I said, someone wants you dead. Oh, I never noticed this. Her eyes are closed, but it looks like her eyes are open. I never noticed that in the picture, and that's what I keep saying. When I close my eyes, I see. That's your intuition. What do I see when I close my eyes right now? I'm thinking about these stupid crows. A blonde woman. I just heard Boston. Could be like Boston Red Sox or something. Boston. Wait, or that's where someone lives, or that's where they're from. Or Boston ties. Why am I rubbing my lips together? Chapstick? Lip gloss? Lipstick? I don't know what that is. I'm in a dark room. It's like it's wicked dark in here. I can't see anything. It's really dark in here. I can't see anything. I had foot pain too. I don't know. Did somebody like? It almost felt like I got shot in the foot, or something fell on my foot, which happened on, I don't remember. Was it Thanksgiving or something? No, Christmas morning. Dropped a can of cream of mushroom soup on my foot. It fucking hurt like a bitch. But this was in a different spot. But it felt like that type of pain. I was like, did someone like hit their foot? Oh, you know what's funny? Maybe they did, or maybe they're going to. Foresight. Because I got a fortune cookie. Legit, this is what it said. Feet are made to find things in the dark. So it's you know, it's funny. My house is a disaster. I swear it's a mess for a reason, because I've been moving shit around. And maybe someone else's house is like that too right now, because it's cleaning, you know. It's like, oh, we weren't expecting people to do spring cleaning, you know, whatever. Oh, because if somebody knows the layout of a room, if you're rearranging it, they're not going to know the layout, for one. But if you got shit everywhere, it's going to change anyways, because you move crap around, you know. I don't know. It could be something like that. But because it was dark, and the first night I was cleaning my room, because it's taking me forever to clean for some reason. It never takes me this long. But I walked through the door and I hit my foot, and I'm like, motherfucker. And that fortune cookie message popped up in my head, and I'm like, oh, because if somebody hits something or runs into something, you'll hear them. So that's cool. I don't know, that could be for somebody, but maybe think of that. Actually, let's get fortune real quick. And then we're going to get out of here because I don't like the stupid energy. We're going to go into good energy. Determination is the wake-up call to the human will. So someone's very determined in this situation, just saying, probably to get messages out, probably get the information out. Ice cream. Learn Chinese. Ice cream. My dream, when I said I didn't want to go in the pizza aisle no more, I wanted to go to ice cream. It's like new love. How the fuck do you say it? I don't know. Binky-lin? Binky-lin? I don't know. Whatever. So someone's determination is someone else's wake-up call, which is beautiful. Beautiful! What? Is it this one? Warning, do not eat your fortune. I don't know what the fuck that means. Don't eat your fortune. What's that mean? A bold attempt is half of success. So just try. Yeah, don't blow away your own fortune. Don't let something pass you by. Make an attempt, ultimately, especially if it's someone you want, something you want. You know what I mean? Like, that's what life's about. Take a risk, take a chance. I don't know if that's for whoever's watching or if it's for your love interest or person or a friend or whatever. It can be anyone, you know? Take that leap of faith, because look, she's like, fuck it. You know, what do I have to lose, you know? Especially if he or she's sitting in this fucking energy. Yeah, because there's a hermit energy here. The Emperor is thinking, processing. Well, I do feel like things are moving forward now because, you know, someone's slow modem isn't as slow as it used to be. Do you know what I'm saying? But anyways, your wishes are coming true. That's what I have for you. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.